Alright, 105 today, September 1st, Tucson, Arizona. CherryCows shop. Most people board their shops up for the winter. I have to board mine up for the summer because it's so hot. But let's go ahead and go on in and see what we got in there to get started making some flutes. Well, I got me a real mess in here. Haven't been in here all summer long. Like I said, it's going to be 105 today here in Tucson, and it's September 1st, so it's still a little warm. But I want to eventually get to where I'm making flutes again and getting ready to start doing that. But when I came in here, found out I got a new little friend over there. See if I can zoom in and get a picture of this guy for you, but this is pretty cool. Right there, folks, is an owl. And I believe that's one of those pygmy owls, which is on the endangered list. That owl right there is only about 6 inches tall. And so I'm going to see if I can get over here without scaring him. See if I can get, yay, he's going to turn back around. He's blinking a few times. How cool is that? What in the world was that owl doing in my CherryCows Native Flute Making Shop? Here's what I believe. The Apaches are very spiritual people, and they hold many things sacred. They believed that owls were the spirits of those who had deceased, and those spirits were coming back to visit. Often, the nighttime owls were thought to be the spirits that were coming back to do harm, and the daytime owls were the good spirits of the deceased Inde. For most of us to see an owl is quite rare, maybe happening once every few years, and to see a daytime owl happens seldom. For me to see that daytime owl tells me that it was indeed a good spirit coming to see me. But why was that owl in my flute making shop of all places? And why did I just happen to go into that flute making shop that I had not been in for some time? And why at that very moment? It tells me that this owl had a native flute connection with me, and there was a purpose to it being there on that day and at that time. I feel that that owl that I photographed in that video was a good spirit coming to visit me. It was John Shannon, my friend, who had deceased a few days earlier. I feel a special privilege to have taught John how to make native flutes. And with that knowledge, John was able to springboard onto his native flute journey, where he made many friends. And I know that many of you watching this video are those friends who John met through the native flute. Before his departure, I did not get to say goodbye to my friend. And when he came back as a spirit to visit me in my shop, he told me he was not coming to say goodbye. He was coming to say hello. And he will come back to check on me occasionally. I believe that. So until next time, amigo, and you, all is good. So John, what do you like about the CherryCows Native American Flute Making Manual?
I like that it's written and easy to follow instructions. Anybody can learn to make flutes from it. It's basic, simple, easy to follow instructions.
In your best guess, John, how many flutes would you think you've made in your lifetime?
Oh, jeez. Hundreds at this point. I really don't know the exact count.
Excellent. And then you've actually recorded some CDs that are for sale, I understand.
Yes, I've on the CD Native Flutescapes.
And then somebody mentioned also that currently you are a performer at one of the resorts here in Tucson, up at Dove Mountain. How many days? 1 day a week or 2 days a week are you up there performing?
I'm playing out at the Ritz-Carlton 3 days a week.
Excellent. All right. Well, appreciate it.